Isn't that nice of them? And we are live this week on Hippity Hoppity. Although
We don't even have everyone yet.
We don't.
No, we're waiting on the Blinkster. He readied up 3 days ago.
Indeed. Alright, I made a thing. Should be helpful. It's a rough, short, medium, and long range concentric circle doodad.
So that's what that was.
Yeah, anyone should be able to kind of just drag that centered over their Mac and see what their ranges are.
Well, I mean, if we could drag it.
Yeah, I can't drag it, and I can't see any other enemy units anymore.
You can't drag it? Darn it, there's nothing that I can click on to say give access to everyone. Okay, I guess I have to drag it around for everyone to check ranges.
More work for you.
But it'll stop us from having to draw things every time we want to shoot.
Yeah, my main concern is just seeing the enemy units right now.
Blinky!
There he is.
Maybe.
Come rocking a mixed drink.
Yay!
This is the season for hot chocolate and a tablespoon of bourbon.
Ooh. That's a good plan.
Yep. And marshmallows. Can't ignore that.
I've been hearing a lot about buttered rum, and I've never had that.
You know
I
what?
don't really drink, but I am curious.
We have a little corner place, not just a block down or a block away from our place. They sold butter rum for Halloween. What was it, last year? It was good. I don't think I would pay $10 for it again, but I don't know.
Maybe if I had, a few other buttered rums before it.
It's one of those things where you do it once for the novelty, and then you don't need to
Right.
worry about it anymore.
That's kind of how I was leaning with it. I do like rum. It's the pirate in me.
Yar!
Arr.
Drank my fair share of rum on Eckerson's wedding.
I drank my fair share of it last vacation. Oh, endless supply Jamaican rum in my hotel room? Well,
Yes, please.
the only thing I remember of that night was that sushi. Man, was that good. Literally make a drunk man remember it.
You stay at one of those all-inclusive places with a bar in your room?
Yeah, the Sandals Royal Bohemian in Nassau.
Oh, yeah.
We were swim up room, bottom floor, heated pool.
Yeah, I've actually considered doing that room. And then
I would recommend it off season.
Then I decided that I wanted the over ocean suites.
Yeah, we went there last year in December. I mean, the water was still warm. You can still jump in the ocean.
It's the Bahamas.
Not a lot of people.
It doesn't
it's the
care.
Bahamas, man.
Yeah. Eckerson's wedding was in February, and it was still like 85 degrees in the water.
Yeah,
Good times.
we're going back next November.
Yeah.
But yeah, off season's totally the time to go. I have a travel agent buddy if you're looking.
Yeah, when I get serious about the timeline, I'll let you know and get that info from you. But I know that when I've looked before, booking it in the wintertime, it's basically like less than half price.
Yeah. Well, he does this as a side gig. He's an adjunct history professor. But
Texas, your travel
he has
agent?
a lot of he has a lot of deals that come through him. So we got 4 nights for like $2,600 in a swim up. What was it, like honeymoon suite or something? It was
Yeah.
nice. We booked it again for next year. Anyway,
now
we
that
need to
everyone's
get to our
here,
game.
yes,
Enough talking about the Bahamas because we're all going to want to go again.
right. We're all gonna want that endless run.
We're going in April.
Oh, lucky. Back to the primary problem at hand. Can't see enemy units.
That's right. You can't.
There are none.
There
That's
are
right.
none. They're gone.
Although the fact that one of them had like these bullseye hair crosshairs on my fire starter makes me worried.
That was just for orbital bombardment.
Yeah.
All right, everyone in this circle gets nuked.
All right. Roll up new characters.
No, damn it! I'm in a multi-terrain vehicle.
I will ride the shockwave.
Well, let me sip my tea.
All right. So
What's the sit rep here?
So you meet up with Subaltern Cabrera, and it is time for a quick debriefing.
All right.
Okay. Whew. Haven't had to do a lot of personal talking. It's been a lot of, shooty, roly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, gentlemen, ladies. Looks like we've managed to get this far, and you're only down one. Are
Yes,
you only
sir.
down one? Where's the scout vehicle?
It's down here at the crossroads leading to the base.
Oh, okay. It was just off my screen.
Yeah.
All right, excellent
Yes,
work.
sir, we're making them pay off the nose in order for that one loss, though.
All right, well, the orders that I am being given are that we are to retreat to the south. We've been able to evac the town and the rest of the base. There's more dropships on their way in. We have a few more days before they land. But we're being ordered to pull back. The northeast flank did not fare as well as you guys.
And what about our pilots, sir?
POWs happen. We have some of theirs, they have one of ours. We can try to establish a dialogue sometime later for an exchange, but right now we need to get moving.
I think
These
it
guys
would be
got
best.
serious firepower. Doing a stand-up fight with these guys would not be our strong suit.
I think we should keep the fact that we have one of theirs to ourselves and just play it off as they ran into the woods. Show them cut footage of him getting out of his mech personally.
Well, you can try that, but they just might figure out that that's how we got the information on their comms.
Sounds like a technical dilemma.
I'm glad you guys were able to give these assholes a bloody nose, but this is the SLDF that we're up against. They've been largely a kind of a boogeyman for us for so many years. I don't think anyone expected them to actually come down here.
Someone had to call their bluff. Let's pick our terrain and make them pay for it.
I like the sound of that.
Where are they pulling back to now?
The enemy?
Back to their dropship, I take it?
No, we haven't seen any information about these guys pulling back yet.
All right, you need us to rear guard then?
There's nothing left to guard on this side of the mountain range. Frankly, I'm thinking that we just need to abandon this whole little valley area and get ready to move on to our next choice engagement location. But I have not been the one out here fighting them, so give me your thoughts, Lance leaders. How have things been going?
Our ECM superiority has been effective so far. We've managed to keep their comms jammed and stay ahead of what they're doing. I feel we should press on them. They've left here, they've pulled back north. We should continue to pursue them.
So their comms have been jammed that thoroughly? Well, that would explain why they've never called for aerospace support, because the aerospace has all been up in the northeast.
The De La Cruz collection was applied effectively.
Well done.
I jammed it with a lot of music, sir.
As you would.
Nonetheless, I feel we should pursue the enemy.
Who's our commanding officer? He's a subaltern?
Yeah.
Okay. Subaltern Cabrera. My compliments to De La Cruz and his ECM capabilities, but this particular company that's marching in on us is a different quality. If we do a stand-up fight with them, it's going to turn hard against us. We need to pick our fights carefully. If we can get them out in the open or isolate units, we'll have a much better chance.
Our pass has been effective, but it won't hold out forever. But we have the element of surprise, as they wouldn't expect us to pursue them. And if they have been, they're more than likely, if we've been taking a lot of losses to the northeast, they're probably either falling back to defend their other flanks while they push there, or devoting more to there so they can be successful, and hoping that the ones to arrive later will reinforce their flanks. There's got to be a weak spot somewhere if they're focusing so hard to the northeast.
Could be.
If we could get a strike in on their dropship somehow, or at least get close enough to make them nervous, it could relieve pressure on the other fronts.
Oh, wouldn't that be the trick?
This particular unit, they've lost their fast units. If we can outmaneuver and take out their supply lines, that might be something.
I believe it's possible. It's just going to require a good bit of scouting and coordination to find where their weakness is and establish where their lines are so that we can begin to, or at least then can start a war of attrition on them.
I see.
If they can't get supplies, they can't keep fighting. If they don't take total losses, they're not going to be able to repair their damage too quickly.
Well, I do have good news on that front. Their dropship has been heavily damaged by a Hellcat flight. Unfortunately, we lost them in the process. But from what we were able to gather before we lost communications, that ship is not leaving this planet. Not without major repair.
Excellent. Well, that means we know where the next dropships are going to come, and we know the next dropships will be bringing repair supplies for that one.
Very true. What about you, Lee? You've been pretty quiet.
I agree that we should probably start hitting their logistical capabilities as opposed to trying to hit them head on. Since their dropships are downed and not able to leave here, that doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be supplying their frontline troops from the dropships. So we still have some capability of sabotage to do. And any additional reinforcements that the SLDF is going to be sending us is going to be like days or months away. Like they have to find out that they're stuck here and then send more troops. So this gives us a good time to further cripple what's here.
Tell me, what's in the Northeast that's of value to them?
Oh, it was just another pass to our base.
But
So-
what's at that base?
Well, before we evacuated, we had detailed lists of our logistical capabilities, force structure for the planet, force structure for the sector.
Anything for their dropship, though? Fuel, engine components, armor?
Oh, they could probably scrap together. I mean, armor, and yeah, sure, well enough. Fuel, maybe not the volume that they would need for that thing, but they'd get some better than none. We're more set up for aerodyne, not massive spheroids.
So they're more looking for a place to evacuate the dropship crew for a long retreat behind enemy lines, and they want to use our former base to do it.
Yeah, they need somewhere to dig in.
And that's where they're wanting to dig in. I think we need to deny them that.
What are you suggesting, that we like sabotage the base?
We've abandoned it, correct?
Yes. It's been evac,
And-
all usable intelligence has been removed. We took what supplies we could, but we don't have the means to move that
But
much.
I believe my comrade is onto something. If they're after those supplies, we can sabotage the supplies, and not only that, hit the supply lines, taking them, either bringing them there or taking the supplies back to their ship. And it's more likely they're going to start evacuating the ship knowing it's a target.
Yeah, if we can booby trap the remaining supplies with enough explosives to flatten that base, they'll be left with neither the supplies nor the fortification to dig in.
Tell me, was there foodstuffs left behind?
A good deal. We were able to pack up about 2 weeks worth of rations for the town and everyone else. But that was just a matter of what we had the trucks to move. There was still some left behind. Could probably garrison a small battalion for another week off what we left.
I wonder how possible it would be to poison those rations.
Boy, now you're talking like the Ares Convention was never a thing.
Well, we never joined it, so it practically wasn't.
Hold on. We've got only 2 weeks of supplies. These guys mean to move in, and we can't put up an effective defense for more than 2 weeks.
We
Which is
have
why
2
we
weeks to
need-
move to a new location. We are conceding this location, and we are moving. This being the
So we-
starport, this is the place that they could actually see from orbit.
I believe we need to sabotage that base before we pull out. not only deny them supplies, but deny them manpower through booby traps.
How many nukes can we booby trap that base with?
Well, let me check my drone.
That would flatten the base.
Sure would. I don't know if we're in that stage of the war yet, though.
I like breaking the Ares conventions more, though.
I was just trying to think of like what was thematically correct for this period of time.
Yeah, that's moving more into the first Succession War territory.
All right.
Yeah, as far as being thematically correct, yes, the Taurians did use a nuke, but as far as I am aware, only the one.
All right. Then I retract
not
that.
us.
Yeah, we didn't get to use that one nuke. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Plot
Well,
point.
still,
Plot point.
We were the
Two
ones that got to
nukes
use the
all
one
along.
nuke.
Can we say plausible deniability?
There's a
I think-
reason
I
why
think-
our use of the nuke was never reported. No one survived.
Exactly.
I think we can do the job with conventional explosives. I don't know. We need to like sabotage the food though. Like that seems more long term effect. We probably want something more immediate of denial of location. Of great, you think you can move in here? Boom. Sorry, there's no here to move into.
Yeah, and
Poisoning the food could be rather quick and effective. Depends on the poison and how much of it
Not-
you apply.
Yeah, but that-
not as quick as an explosive.
but that gambles on them actually trying to use the food instead of using whatever rations they brought.
They may not trust our food supplies for that very reason.
Oh, if they
don't-
plan on being stuck here for a while,
Yeah, they wouldn't have come down here if they only had enough food for a week. And frankly, that's all that they would get out of what's left.
okay, well, no war crimes today. Oh.
It's not a war crime the first time.
I mean, it's a military target. It's fine.
Yeah, let's just go gangster lean a battleship.
But I think the overall plan is good to make it so that they don't get anything. Essentially, salt the earth.
Yeah, I think we do need to salt the earth, and if we see any targets of opportunity, like a supply vehicle or 3 or 5, say hi.
Well, I mean, we know the paths in and out to that base, so like what their routes are going to be for supply train between their drop ships and the base is limited. Like we should be able to easily figure out where they're going to be. Just maybe not when, but we'll know where they're going to be going, so we have places to go and ambush from.
I wonder if they got any Thunder LRMs left up in that base.
Oh, we grabbed those.
Maybe we should apply some to the roads in and out of it.
We may very well do just that as we walk our way out. I mean, they're not exactly going to be hard to see on the roads, but it will slow them down, make them take the time to clean it up.
What's the weather going to be like?
Oh, it'll be clear skies for most of the week. Some rain in a few days.
Rain. Rain would be helpful to help us hide the landmines.
Well, are you wanting to use thunders, or are you wanting to bury them properly?
I'm more thinking if it's an area that might be prone to flash flooding or have a lot of mud nearby, really makes the whole mine hiding thing possibly a little easier.
Yeah, except we set our roads up to where that's not an issue.
Ah, well. Can't blame me for trying.
Otherwise, you and your Lance would never be able to get out of base during the rainy season.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
okay, you would get out. the base could flood and you would get out.
I'd get out with everyone. It'd be the Ark. Fair enough. Point made.
All right. The big problem that we have right now is we don't know where this group is. If you're not actively engaging with them, we have no eyes on them.
Yeah, we need to find them. Not to engage, but just to know where they are.
Right.
Make sure they're not regrouping to come back and try to finish the job. But some of their bigger mechs was fairly well hammered. They're definitely going to be looking for repairs before they get into anything too strong.
What did they bring?
Okay.
They brought a Crusader, a Wolverine with a very good pilot, a Thunderbolt that's nearly cored out from behind, a couple of Shadowhawks. Anyone else remember anything else?
You said you smashed all their light mechs. What did they have for lights?
Half of Commandos when we were done, 2 of them.
Yeah, both lost their legs.
Alright. Well, if they have a Thunderbolt and a Crusader, they could conceivably use those to drag the Commandos elsewhere to just set them up as missile platforms.
Did they take that Wasp too that we were using as bait?
Oh, they
I
had
think that
wasps
thing's
out here
long
too?
gone.
We were using it as bait, but it was from a previous attack.
All right, subaltern. I'm going to volunteer my lance to back up what's left of Bug Squad. We're going to put eyes on them. I'll back up Bug Squad, but we're not going to engage. We're just going to keep eyes. That way we'll give the slower tanks of De La Cruz a chance to move on south and anyone else move in that direction.
All right.
See that?
I'll go ahead and move up with you. I think I'll risk moving out into the open, go out to the field. Figure.
Hang on.
Sir, those are famous last words. Are you sure?
Well,
OOC moment here.
well, let's put it this way. The only thing that you've mentioned that I'd be concerned about would be the Crusader and the Thunderbolt. You said the Thunderbolt's already hit hard. You have quite the array of long-range weaponry to cover me if I need to dash back over here.
Isn't it possible for an ECM to increase or decrease the signature of a object, a mech, so to speak? Something producing a signature?
Oh god, in order for that to work right, you would need to know the exact location of the target that you're trying to send the false signature to.
Like you? What I'm thinking
Are you
here
trying
is
to
minimize
jam
the
me?
signature of the. No, I'm thinking of minimize the signature of the Battle Master. This is out of character.
Oh, out of character. Okay, so out of character, in order to minimize my signature, you would have to be co-located with me, or you would have to know the exact location of them, because in order to minimize my signature, you have to be able to have a precisely timed out-of-phase signal.
Well, I mean, a Battle Master and De La Cruz move at the same speed.
Yeah, if you want to have your Prowler just hang out at the Battle Master's feet, then...
That's kind of exactly what I'm thinking. Just mask him.
Alright.
Like, I mean, we don't want everything too far away. We're kind of a unit, you know, so it's not like my demon tanks are going to be too far behind. Like, they might be beyond long range, but not so far out they can't respond in a turn or two, you know? And I can just keep De La Cruz in formation with him, mitigating his signal so he's not so much of a sore thumb. Alpha Battle Master up in there, a real one.
Not a fake one?
Not a fake one this time, a real one. It's the old switcheroo. That's just what I was thinking. Like a use for the ECM, because he's a pretty big mech, and if they're on seismic, I'm sure they're going to pick him up. But if they're just like on radar or something, I can hopefully stealth him.
They're on mag scan. Little did they know, there's little iron in these hills.
Only
Plot
lead.
point.
No, plot points are not magic. We talked about this.
We've been over that.
That's
But
right.
yeah.
For this more loosey-goosey RPG, they have a very specific list of things you can use them for. Way to go, BattleTech.
Until
But-
you get the open narration time, then you just gotta go hog wild.
Anyway, I'm going to offer to mitigate his signal if he wants.
All right.
Would you care, or would you like for me to mitigate your signal so you at least don't appear to be an assault mech on radar, sir?
Well, that would certainly be handy, but my plan is to get out in the open and put eyes on them.
All right. Understood.
Frankly, I think I'd rather having you masking the existence of the fire squad.
Copy that.
Oh, yeah. For sure. So it just looks like it's us. And then if they try to come after us,
Blink.
pa-pow from the
Exactly.
side.
Where'd all them battle masters come from? What's this music?
All right. So Bugband and I will move out into the plains to the west. You guys follow the road up along this ridge. Don't go past the edge of the ridge. Yeah. Don't go past the edge of the ridge here. But, get up there, and that way you'd have a clear line to just beeline it south if you need to evac or attack from behind if we need to attack.
Something like in this position.
Thinking a little further up than that. More like about
Northwest there. Okay.
Oh, inside those red circles. I wasn't sure what you're doing with those.
I feel like he's putting us in a nuke radius.
The red
What red
circles
circles?
are
I don't
his,
see a red circle.
They're range markers.
Yeah, so's a blast radius.
That was just sitting there so that I knew, so that I could grab them and move them as needed. They weren't there for any real reason.
Where would you want me inside of your formation there, fire team?
Let's see. We're in this area, probably right in this little culvert here.
I'm gonna have to be like
Here.
pretty close to all of you. Like I'm thinking
'cause
machine
I
gun
think
range.
I think I've got a faster speed on all of my units than yours, so it's going to be, if we have to do a run and gun, we'll have to figure.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to be on top of your guys.
Yeah, but at least this way, there's a higher elevation from the northwest, so unless they're right on top of that ridge, then we're hidden. So hopefully we have good sight lines looking down into this direction.
Yeah, I'm thinking some Gauss rifles on that ridge is pretty appealing. Maybe even flanking on each side.
You put
Now,
Tilly
where's my
right
look?
up on that ridge?
How to tell someone something is coming from that direction without telling them.
I mean, it becomes a line of sight issue. If they're on top of the ridge, then they're visible to anything on the other side.
I'm kind of thinking that in reverse. I want them to be able to see, then maneuver on either side of that ridge as needed.
But I thought the point was that we didn't want you guys to be seen at all.
Oh,
Right.
my bad. Okay. derp.
Like we want them to think that only these got us four down in the ridge are here, as if I just replaced Whisper with a fucking
With a
battle
battle
master. Like, yeah, check out my new scout lance.
Take
Somebody
notes,
named
House Steiner.
Right?
It fell from the sky, and suddenly we all started worshiping it as a mechanical god.
For every
I'm here to
locust we
reconnoiter
take
the
out, we replace
situation.
it with an assault mech.
This is how we roll out here.
Now that I've counted the enemy, I'll report back with firepower.
The enemy count is 0. They have been successfully scouted. All right. So is this the setup we're going with?
Guess
Yeah,
so.
sure.
It
Sir.
seems to fill the criteria, so I'm waiting for the nuke.
Okay.
Or the tight artillery barrage. No, no.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
So, playing around in Megamech with artillery, I am coming to the conclusion that BattleTech does not understand artillery.
No, it really never has.
No, it never really did.
Looking up, what a howitzer has a, miss distance of, it would be the equivalent of missing by 1 hex for every 7 maps you are firing.
Oh, yeah.
But in BattleTech, you're like, I'm firing a map and a half away. I missed by 10 hexes. Yay!
Yeah. Oh, man. We should finish that match at some point.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that we hadn't.
Part that gets me is that once you have like really long range, like multiple maps away, shells only fly 1 map at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
your shell is being flown over by a drone.
It shocked us in reverse because we were doing a 2x2 size map. So when he started artillerying me, like they were coming in every other round, and then suddenly he like launched a barrage and they came in at the same round. So it's like 4 Arrow 4s came in that round instead of 2. And it's like, wow, why is this so accessible? Oh, because these 2 happen to be within the 1 map
Yeah.
of range.
And why do I feel a raven was involved?
There was a Raven.
I knew it.
That Raven is Nevermore.
Calls quote the Raven, Arrow 4.
The Regent demanded that Raven be gone.
Yeah, he got splattered.
And the
Get
Regent
off
gets
my
what the
bus
Regent
of
wants.
Palace.
This is my most successful use of the Regent mech so far. I've
Killing a
never used this
Raven.
variant before, and it's been great. It actually feels like a Juggernaut. Every other one I took didn't feel like a Juggernaut. It went out there and then it died.
Like some of that
This one
infantry you
just-
brought.
This one dropped the Raven.
Exactly. like the squad of gnome battle armor that got hit directly by an Arrow 4. Yes.
What dumb luck that was.
All right. So now what? Now what's going on?
All right,
Now
so
you're off to
finished
go
over.
find the enemy.
we move out
See
to, let's see, with where we are now. Go ahead and... Is there a perception skill?
Yes, there is. You know who has it? You want to take a guess?
You.
Yeah, of course.
I
I have
have
the
it.
whole damn skill section.
Yeah, you took a lot of skills. All right, give.
I have a +3 perception.
All right, give me a roll.
All right, so this is gonna be 2d6 plus whatever the bonus is.
Yes. And I'm gonna set 2 checks that it needs to be. Wow. The easy ended up harder than the standard.
So you'll see the harder thing, but the easier thing is going to be still hidden.
He's nearsighted.
Nope. He sees them both.
All right.
Yay!
Yay! All right. So when we get out to this point, you see. Hang on.
That son of the bitch. Oh, and the other guy.
Oh, there he is, Franklin and Maine's daughter.
So you see the Thunderbolt and the Wolverine.
He'll
Yeah.
be a cleaner someday.
The Thunderbolt cleverly trying to keep its back away from us.
Is that a tree it's hiding behind?
It unfortunately put its back towards our fire support.
Boy, that Thunderbolt pilot sure is glad that in this setting there's no such thing as back armor.
Right?
Yeah.
No, he should be terrified there's no such thing as back armor, because that means his front armor's gone too.
That's right, his armor is just falling apart.
All right, great. So we see them, and that's all we see so far.
That's all you see
That's
so
not
far.
nearly. That's not nearly what there was, though. They may just be guarding their operations further north.
I bet that fire starter could really cause a ruckus on Lieutenant Franklin right now.
I don't know, how fast does a fire starter jump?
6.
6, huh?
Yeah. Everything is short range on that guy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes you a couple turns to get in there. Yeah.
Well, I suppose the medium lasers, they poke into a medium range, but that's not the fun part about it. Fire
Oh,
starter.
well, you don't get fire starters for medium lasers, you get them for the war crimes.
That's right. But do I still have their access to their comms?
You're not picking up anything.
Yeah, this is what I can see. Is there any way for me to like relay? Like, I guess not, because I'm not a unit that has like tag or any shit like that. So
Right.
darn BattleTech for having explicit equipment for doing the things that I want to do.
But you see, a Battlemaster is a command mech with improved communications, so
Is there any
Cabrera
way
can send this information to Delacruz.
Yes, that's what I was curious about. So, is there any way for me to undertake, shall we say, fuckery using relay through his comm system? I'm not talking like, ECM jamming or anything like, well, possibly blanket jamming, but more like, is it possible for me to start trying to get access to their comms, be it scanning or whatnot, routed through his mech?
You want to access their comms?
Well, you know what I mean.
Or just...
hear them.
I mean, that gets down to a matter of... Yeah, you're pretty close there, Dane.
What? What?
Can you can see my big giant bullseye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Dane.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Franklin. He is within long range.
Mm-hmm.
And Bug Squad is fast.
Are you saying
They are
I need to
fast.
leave? Because I'll start moving.
I mean, he hasn't started shooting yet.
Yet.
In fact, it's been a minute since you've come out here, and neither one of them have moved.
Or shot.
Well, I'm going to move simply because I don't want to be a stationary target. So that's my like. As we've been spotting them, I've been moving that direction. But that is suspicious that like they've had an opportunity to take a shot, haven't even like advanced to be like, yo, we're defending this area.
Give me another perception roll.
Am I like reading any like signatures from them on my radar? Like, are they coming up? Since I am within long range.
You can detect Franklin, yeah.
Okay, so then the mechs are on.
I think they may want to parlay.
I mean, they could have
They would
said
have
something.
said something by now.
Yeah, you don't just not say anything if you want to talk.
They may be
You talk.
afraid to.
I promise I didn't just copy a screenshot of my last roll and paste it.
I don't believe you.
But it didn't pass anyway, so.
Yeah.
Wait, I can use an edge?
Edge.
You could.
Reroll the 1.
You get a
You just
3
need
or
a 3
higher.
or better. Yeah.
Heyo.
Like so.
Brilliant. You spot one of the Shadowhawks. Back where you were hiding before. Up here.
Still doesn't
Yeah.
explain why they're not maneuvering. Because,
I wonder if
like, sure, they're out of range for me, but they're not out of range for the old Battlemaster.
What if they're out of their mix?
Why would you leave your mechs and leave them on?
They might have thought we were oh, they're on. Never mind.
They're super confident.
They're so
Wait,
confident
Are
that they've
they
left
on?
their mechs. I wouldn't be picking them up if they were off.
You had to roll perception to spot them.
Well, I had to roll. Well, that's why I asked Leader if I could pick them up on my radar, and he said I could pick them up.
My bad. I missed that part.
So they're on. They have power signatures on.
Okay, gotcha.
It would be really weird for them to not be in it. Man, if this is right, yeah. If they are out of their mechs and we're just like, we'll just leave the keys in the ignition, no big deal. Like I am gonna be so mad at myself for like
They
second
are
guessing.
Starleague. They are Starleague. I mean, that could be, Steiners over there.
Well, look, I got a shiny new Wolverine.
I'm
Just hopped
hiring
in and left
somebody
my
to
locust
find
behind.
this for me. Anyway, besides my stupidity.
Or they could just be pulling a you guys and they have a kill box set up and they're just waiting for you to fall into it.
Yep. I mean, you did make a pattern for it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what the kill box would be with us being in a large open area.
Pretty much all of it at this point.
Yeah, but like I have lots of room to maneuver. Like this is going to be me at my most evasive.
Right, that's a terrible place to try to set up a kill box against Bug Band.
Yeah. Like I will set up a kill box, this open field, while I am in a tiny niche.
If we
This
were
is the opposite of what you want to do.
If we were to advance up this valley directly to our north, we would be able to pop up on top of that ridge behind Franklin at a medium range and out of nowhere, seemingly, and be right at the tree line.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like trying to kind of keep a distance, but still kind of maneuver along this line of the 3 mechs that I can see. A, to keep moving as time goes on, and B, to see if I can see anything else, because I don't know what to make of what I'm seeing currently.
They may be wondering if that's really a battle master.
Like, okay, well now we can see it. So now we know there is indeed a battle master out here.
See, how great would it have been if I had rolled out there with him and they're like, but great, now we can see it, but we can't sense it.
What the cinnamon toast fuck is going on here?
For my next trick, watch me pull an atlas out of my ass.
You can't see it, you can't sense it, but now you can taste it.
This tastes like victory?
Enemy battle masters nearby. Something about the way the air tastes.
Did you smell that color?
Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, Cabrera was originally going to be in an Atlas until I actually looked up when Atlases started going into production and realized they are brand new mechs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when Kerensky almost lost one, that was one of their first battles. And, you know, it showcased that his goal of making it as ugly as possible backfired on him.
It worked a little too well.
Everyone, holy shit, it's the Grim Reaper itself! Kill it!
Burn it! Burn it with fire!
Hence why he hung out in an unsuspecting Orion for the rest of the campaign.
The mini Atlas.
Yeah.
He just wanted a bigger Orion.
Making another round of movement.
Yep.
Bing.
I mean, I've made 2, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yours are faster than mine. I mean, God, I think you can reach the medium range bracket every round. Like, you could run out to here. Stupid fast max.
So do I see anything up by the scrubby shrubs?
Nope. No, I mean, not yet. Do you want to make another roll?
Yeah.
It's almost like they're pulling that Russian tactic of just lining a bunch of soldiers up at the border and every night having them take like a step or 2 forward to extend Russia's borders.
Oh, that's fair. That would be hard. Uphill and further back.
Into,
All right.
Into more terrain and...
Yeah. In the scrubby shrubs.
Maybe they're busy finding more mines. Damn it, these were still here?
Kablam! Yeah. That's what this really is, the mind detonate. Alright.
They're probably waiting to see what sort of trap we're going to spring on them there. What's going on? They're just out there running around?
You're getting a little close there, Bug Band.
He's getting daring.
He is getting daring, because, well, I guess I'll put it on ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
He's within long range of 2 of them.
Well, I mean, I've always been in long range of at least one. As soon as I started moving next to Man's Daughter, I was in range between him and Franklin. So I've been in range of 2 for a while.
2 that you know of, possibly more.
Alright, so you see the 3 of them. They're watching you. They're not doing anything else. You know what? Give me another perception check. since you're closer.
Could De La Cruz be back here pondering on his tactic skill to try to get an idea of what they may be up to?
All right.
Man, I almost beat that hard difficulty check from before.
Yeah. All right, Lee. You notice that the Wolverine has its left hand up with the palm open.
Not carrying his ammo case.
Carrying our pilot.
As if it was sitting there trying to do a high five.
Oh, my bad. A halt gesture, pretty much. So they are doing the damn Russian thing.
It's not, the hand's not extended out forward. It's just kind of like up beside his head.
Yeah, like stop at a roadblock, essentially. When the fuzz wants to search your trunk.
That just makes it feel like a good target for a laser blast. See if I can shoot the palm.
Now is a time for De La Cruz to use his tactics roll.
All right. That's going to be...
Which, you know,
tactics.
I
There
would
you are.
expect Subaltern Cabrera to do this, but yeah, he's
Boo.
not
I'm-
properly filled out as a character.
I'm going to re-roll the 1 with an edge.
Oh wow, he might pull it off. Ah,
Ooh. Okay. You get a gut feeling, De La Cruz, that Man's Daughter's hand signal is hold. Like he's just waiting to drop his hand and give a non-radio communication to open fire.
I'm going to radio in real quick to the big boss man. Sir, he's using mech hand gestures. He's on a hold signal. He's about to say fire.
Lee, get out of there.
Roger that.
They're no
I
longer
start
using their
breaking off.
radios because I fuck with them.
All right, let's move south. Let's go and sabotage the base. We'll set up a defensive perimeter on the southern road to make sure they don't try to interfere with us. Other than that, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this valley.
Hey, gents, I'm just listening in case you didn't see I joined.
See,
I'll
no.
share.
Here, yes. I heard you ping in.
Ah, okay.
All right. So yeah,
clarification from Subaltern. He's talking to the whole company. moving
Yes.
South. Okay.
so he's kind of hanging out, trying to provide
I
kind
can
of a
pick
rear
up and
guard.
move everyone's units. Sorry about that.
that.
So we're all moving south now using the ridge line and road.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just let him move my units this time because he's getting them
I'm
as a
still
group.
picking up one of your tanks.
That's all right. Just pick up the whole group and move everyone all at once.
Yeah, because I'm having to screen you anyway.
So let's move down the road to
We're going to the
Teofulio
Southeasterly
Summit.
Road.
Yeah. Let's go to that fork at Teofulio Summit and regroup there.
San Felipe.
Indeed.
What a dreadful place to throw a road.
Is probably following a stream or a creek.
Probably. What's that thing still doing here? god, there's something on the map and I don't know how to make it go away.
Alt F4.
Oh god, I made everything go away.
Is that things Russia has said in a defense meeting? Oh God, there's something on the map.
Yeah, they say that every time they look and see Ukraine on a map for the last year and a half.
Yeah, exactly. I can't make it go away.
We cannot make it go away. They still there. This was supposed to take 3 days.
Oh well, they still have the second strongest army in Ukraine.
Potentially even the third.
Oh, it was the third briefly when Wagner defected. Or
Yeah,
went rogue.
that's right.
For like a day.
Not even. He didn't even make it a full day. And then what do you know? Like, after Prigozhin said, okay, yeah, we're just kidding. Stand down. Like, what, within a month, Prigozhin was dead?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your plane crashed under mysterious circumstances. We totally didn't shoot it down with one of our own missiles.
Plane crashed? I thought it fell off a hospital.
No, that's everyone else in Russia.
The plane was just up there in the hospital.
Everyone was having, accidents falling
Oh
out
no,
windows.
you tripped and fell on this radioactive isotope. Oh, terrible.
Right. Plane, fall off roof, kill pilot. What? That don't even make sense.
In Soviet Russia, sense makes you. Alright. So, I like the plan of sabotaging the base. I'm going to let you guys kind of figure out what forces you want to leave back here as a deterrent or roadblock, and who all you want to send forward to defend the base, or to sabotage the base.
I hate to say it, but I feel like maybe the tanks should go into the base because my vehicles have more actual manpower on board of them.
That is true. More bang for your buck. Sending in the
Right.
tanks.
Right, and this terrain is not very friendly to tracked vehicles being, tracky across the field.
No, back here it is definitely not.
So yeah, I think we need to take the Hoodoo Hussars off the board and go into the base. Worst case scenario, De La Cruz can mask them out.
All right.
That works out. I don't really feel like my guys have the skill set necessary to properly sabotage anything. So
De La Cruz does. He's got technician skills.
Oh, yeah, of
and other
course.
Stuff, so he's even more suited for directing them how to do it.
yeah, I'm all. If you need to be able to find your way across this terrain, I'm your guy. But otherwise, so I'll stay here at the fork.
So we need. Where do I need to place the Hussars?
Go ahead and place them at the eastern end of the road here.
All right, I'm gonna move them out of the fire squad here, just so I can group move them easier.
Yep.
Kind of hard to see.
All right. So the strategic goal right now is to cover the southern pass to make sure none of the enemy gets through.
Well,
Our tactical goal
at
is to
this
try to
point,
destroy
it's the
supplies.
eastern pass, but
Okay.
well, I guess the southern pass is where you guys will be heading for evac. So, like, when you guys leave the fork to rejoin with everyone else who's evac'd the town, you will head south.
I might need
Alright.
coverage to come up the road and make that turn, because there's no way this group's gonna really crest that peak.
No, there will be a more direct route from the base.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So I'm thinking at least my Griffin pilot, because that's my PC, and maybe the fire starter. I want him to do something, and then I'll leave my other two pilots as the rear guard for this road.
Okay.
I'll think about that.
So you
Sounds good.
Fink being the brick shit house of the group. Cabrera's gonna sit here in the Battle Master. Someplace nice and high where he has a good vantage point. Let me go grab that range circle again so I can see how far his PPC would be able to reach out and touch someone.
De La Cruz is
not that
also
far.
going to be shoveling whatever things he can carry into the trunk of his Prowler. He's got 4 tons of cargo space. I don't expect he'll
Yeah.
fill it up, but
No, that's good
I do
thinking.
want him grabbing stuff.
That's good thinking. Grabbing another 2 tons or 4 tons of ammo or rations or...
Exactly. He's got space to get one last supply run out of that.
I mean, heck, 2 tons of rations would be enough to have this company last for months.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to be throwing in the trunk with the tea. Since he said we had, what, 2 weeks of rations?
The
Something like
whole evac cluster has 2 weeks of rations.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be shoveling what rations I can during this operation into the cargo of the Prowler.
All right. And then it's one of those unfortunate things where it's like, oh yeah, let's grab some ammo too, but then it's like, oh well, 4 tons of ammo is 4 reloads for something.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess the ammo's gonna have to go to the wayside.
Plus, I can see crates of food being easier to move by hand than
Then pallets
big
of ammo.
mid-scale weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're just talking boxes of LRMs for the fire brigade. Who else uses LRMs? Dervish?
I've got some on the Prowler. Prowler has an LRM-10.
Let me see. Firefighters, Dervish. Oh no, that's just the JPEG of it. Who drives the Dervish?
Oh, some guy.
Some guy.
I don't give him names.
Oh, he has 2 LRM-10s.
He does. That guy's very ammo dependent.
Yeah. LRMs, SRMs.
Maybe that should have gone into the who's going back to the bases. Who needs a quick reload?
Well, it's
I
not like the
mean-
techs are going to be there to load in all the ammo.
That's fair. You could montage it in though.
I've got more manpower with the tanks, and De La Cruz does have technician skill at a pretty good level. I mean, I
Yeah, you
can
probably
see
could
it.
load the tanks.
Yeah, exactly. So if somebody's really low, cause if there's Gauss ammo here, guess what else we're going to be loading up? Like, yeah, we're going to be sabotaging this stuff, but hey, this is our last chance to grab some ammo, too.
Yeah. What did you say?
Do you want to hear how a character died today?
In a few minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, Riley came home.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's never a problem.
All right. So what?
But yeah,
what was the conversation happening about ammo?
Yeah, doing makeshift reloads on our stuff before we sabotage the place, and like if his dervish needs ammo, we can probably makeshift reload it down here. We've got the manpower and the technical ability present.
Well, I'm thinking you guys only fired what, 3-4 times?
Give or take.
It wouldn't take long to reload, and at least he'd be full.
Yeah.
I know any Gauss rounds we find, we're throwing them in the tanks, filling up the empty round shelves.
The Gauss rounds that weigh like 250 pounds each.
Well, it's a good thing there's 3 people per tank.
Yeah.
They each only have to carry about, 84 pounds.
That's not dissimilar from air-to-air missile reloading. 190-pound missile gets carried by 3 men.
Yeah. Not too far off.
1 ton of ammunition per launcher. Looking up the Dervish right now. And an LRM-10 is notionally 10 rounds per ton? 12 rounds per ton.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Would you like me to start tracking ammo on my units?
I mean, it only comes up because we are, talking about logistics right now. I don't see ammo counting in the rule book. Like, it's just more like you just write down where your ammo is kept for the sake of critical hits.
Right.
So from a from a narrative standpoint, it's like you're still pretty good on ammo. You're still green. You're not, green, amber, red, black. You're not even amber yet. You're still good.
If ammo is not something that like we're actually tracking values of, then like to heck with it. Like we're good.
Yeah, no, it would just be like if the Dervish had been like firing every round at everything, then it'd be like, okay, yeah, you're out of ammo. Just from a narrative standpoint. But I don't think that you've shot enough to warrant that.
All right.
All right, then.
Yeah, so let's keep
Well,
the Dervish over at that fork in the road then to cover the rear arc.
All right.
The vehicles are definitely going to reload and come out fully reloaded then.
Yeah,
Just because they're there and it's convenient.
Pyre calls out over his comm over to Lee, and he's like, "Hey, we sure could use a good scout on our side. Want to come on along?"
Get all the PCs
sure.
in one place.
Trying to help you out, James.
Yeah. Let's not split the party for next time.
Where are we going?
East.
Okay.
Are you bringing everyone?
Oh, am I only supposed to bring Lee? Sorry, I was distracted.
No, it's your choice.
What's going on? Like, because I was distracted. I apologize.
My suggestion was just to have your one pilot, mostly just to keep all the PCs together, make the narrative about us, but not leave that fork undefended.
Okay.
My suggestion was just send Lee along with the attack group.
Well, like what? Okay, just for the purposes of having the PC there, but like really, there's not really anything.
Well, the tactical explanation would be that once you guys are at the base setting up sabotage, Lee could run up the road the other direction that they would be coming in from the northwest as advance warning of when that group is making its way in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So this way this way you'll have fast movers at every direction. As kind of like a, the SLDF are coming, Paul Revere that shit.
I just don't like leaving my boys, but that's all right.
My unnamed Dervish pilot says, "We'll take good care of them."
Generic reassurance.
Jamie Cox is sitting there going, "I am the shadow. they cannot hit what they cannot see. Alright. So, I think I'm going to call it a little early, because I'm going to want to set up a good, proper base map. And now that I'm aware of Megamech's map maker, I can do it in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I will go get...
Oh, I set up my Lanther map.
Yeah. So, I'll go get that set up, and I'll probably pick your brain on how to best export it.
Oh, sure.
Alright.
You just export it as an image.
You can export the maps themselves?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not surprised that you can. Megamech is pretty great at the ability to export things and be
it's pretty
user
robust.
friendly. Yeah. All right. So we'll make up a good map for the base, and we should be all set. And then I will go ahead, if everyone wants to scroll the map back over to where the enemies were.
Oh, sure. Where it was
Okay.
a trap.
That's where the other three were.
They're all gonna jump out, fire at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Ladd, Ahmed, and Jones were all on the other side of ridge lines, just waiting to pop up and pincer you.
Look, I'm just following the mantra that every Locust pilot has, where it's all great until it's not.
Just keep running, just keep running.
You're fine until something hits you, and then you're dead.
Oh,
But as
come
long as
on.
nothing hits you, you're great.
It's better than a stinger. Stingers and wasps are the ones that fall apart if you look at them too hard.
In Destiny, when with my like 1/1 armor internal.
Okay, I guess in Destiny it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. Any light mech, if it gets hit, it's gone.
Yeah. All right, guys. Gonna have to call it tonight, but
All right.
we'll
Thank you, James.
we'll party tomorrow or next time. This is gonna be good. So yeah, I fully expected you guys to get into this firefight, and you made a different play, and I dig it.
Sounded like a lot of fun.
We follow the chain of command.
That's right. The chain of command said, "Let's go," and we're like, "All right, yes, sir."
It's just another De La Cruz dice roll that threw it off. All them damn skills.
All the
All
skills.
right, guys, have a good night.
You too.
Okay, and
Good night, Al.
Merry Christmas to y'all.
Later.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, yeah.
Christmas.
Yep. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.